100 years ago, when our grandparents, Rebecca and Niels Rolfsrud, immigrated to western North Dakota, they could not have dreamed what lay 2 miles beneath their claim. Geologists still aren't sure, but some would bet that there's more gas and oil here than in Saudi Arabia. Rebecca and Niels's grandson, Harold Rolfsrud, has spent a lifetime farming this land. For 60 years, Harold has seen the oilmen come and go as they too struggle with this difficult land. Recently, Harold explained to 3 cousins from Minnesota how drillers penetrate 2 miles, then turn horizontally for another mile or so. Then, using a variety of methods, many still in development, they fracture the earth around the hole, freeing the stubborn crude. Special technologies, practical now because of astronomical oil prices, can coax up some of the oil locked in an Oreo cookie of shale and rock in this formation known as the Bakken Shale.
The Rolfsruds, when they came back from Norway in 1914 or whatever it was, they moved into Watford City, and I think that it was their attempt. Well, they had rented the farm out to Chittle Scobaker for 5 years, but it was their intent that they tried to make a living by Watford City was a railroad camp where the railroad was building, intending to build a new rail, and so they had a boarding house and restaurant, and you know, for these here people that were living here just temporarily.
Yeah. Well, the Rolfsrud Hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now, what are we pulling up on here?
Well, this is the Ludwig Olsen. Ludwig, of course, was one of the Olsens that lived up here.
Yeah, isn't that one that our grandfather
Yep.
found, helped find the location?
Yeah, have you got a picture of that monument?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we won't need to go up there and take a.
Yeah, we have we took one of those at the reunion.
Yeah.
With everybody gathered around it. But what you're saying is Ludwig would have been a child of.
Yeah, he was the youngest son.
Okay.
And he's still alive. He lives in Wilmer.
In Wilmer, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And so this is his well here.
Well, it's actually multiple ownership because he owns some of the land. Hazel, his sister-in-law, owns a bunch of land. This well here is drilled as a 10,000-foot lateral. It's intended to take up 2 sections of land, 2 square miles of land, and this well is drilled to the northwest for I think it's over 10,000 feet of lateral. And so everybody who has an interest in these 2 sections has an interest in this well.
Yeah. How can you efficiently, I mean, do they have just one pipe heading out there, or do they have multiple?
Just one pipe.
How does that efficiently drain that big of an area?
It doesn't.
So then they can come back later and do a lateral another direction and maybe pick up some extra residue.
That's absolutely true, and I think part of this whole play that's going on right now is
just getting leases in production and
getting production and being able to hold the leases till the day comes when they could have better, maybe the better technology or something.
or more money to.
Brilliant flares of natural gas dot the countryside until the gas can be captured and sold. There are so many of them now that great-grandson John Rolfsrud jokes that tractor lights are no longer needed for night farm work. This spring, workers cleared a pad on the original Rolfsrud homestead, making way for an oil derrick, just a short walk from Clear Creek, where Rebecca washed her handkerchief 100 years ago and decided to make a go of it. Well, this is the actual spot.
This is the spot where the hole will be drilled. And
Now we're looking southeast from section 32. And if you look way off in the horizon, those are the Blue Buttes. And the Blue Buttes were there, of course, been there forever. And Grandma and Grandpa actually, Grandma and Grandpa Rolfsrud would have known those Blue Buttes. I'm sure they had no idea about this.
Oh, exactly. There's a rock pile I missed. Neighbors.
Oh, I think you just went over
Oh, hey!
Who's your tire liner? Oh yeah, that's what Kyle's here.
That's the rock that Steve missed.
Yeah.
He's got sons on the farm now that'll take care of that when he goes in, takes a nap.
Yeah.
Straight my wheels out.
You've got it figured out too darn well. And I won't be able to bullshit you guys anymore.
That's sad, isn't it?